Hey guys, it's Segef, and I'm doing a follow-up video for Kenshi, which I just did recently, stating why I haven't been playing so much. Well, this one is to basically talk about the announcement that my previous talk was talking about. Well, I was hoping to show up. Let's speed the game up while I talk. So, what I was excited about was the next patch, which we were talking about the cannibals and things like that, and some of the faction changes. And Chris, Lofi Games, just sent out a Facebook post and a Steam post talking about patch version 0.58.0, amply named Cannibal. You can't see my. I did the stupid finger quotations, and you guys can't see it. Anyways, the point is, that's what it's going to be called. 0.58 Cannibal. So I'm going to actually just read the patch notes right here, and then I will add my commentary while we discuss it. Each talking point. So right off the bat, Cannibal faction. They capture people and take them back to their camps and put them in cages. In future versions, they will eat your guys one limb at a time until you can rescue them. I think that's an amazing idea. It really adds to the franticness and the survival aspect of this game, that you have to worry about your own citizens being kidnapped and potentially, not murdered, but eaten, which is a far more scarier notion. Many games have put like this open sandbox aspect where you have to worry about them. I did make it better, but it doesn't have as much blunt damage. Says its value 92. It's worth more. Well, we are going to swap it out and do that, and I think we're going to do it again. So anyways, yeah, so I like the idea. It adds a bit more, a different flavor of franticness and worry that you have, that your guys aren't just going to be beat up and left for dead, / mugged in the desert, but that they're actually going to be drug off somewhere else, so it's going to make it more difficult to rescue them, which I like that. Anything that adds more dynamic or interesting notions to the game, I think is good. Work with it, move forward. I can't really think of any other game that has this type of mechanic in it where you have to go rescue guys. Other than the closest game I can think of that does this, that I've witnessed, is Civ 5, when an enemy nation goes and attacks one of your workers or your settlers. They don't kill them, they kidnap them. And then you have to go invade their country, yada yada yada. And the bandits do it. That's the only other game that I've ever noticed that it does that kind of aspect of kidnapping. And I like it. Next point. All NPC squads and patrols are persistent throughout the game world. They do not spawn / unload. They wander seamlessly. If a town or faction suffers heavy losses, then you will notice that there are less of them around. That I like that a lot. That there is a kind of almost like a hard population cap, or so. Maybe the very minuscule rise and fall, or I guess there's going to be great falls due to different factions actually warring with each other and killing each other out in the wasteland. But the notion that there is a hard kind of set population, then that shows that they are going to that you have to worry about things. So if there's a city that you really like, you may want to defend it, because if it gets attacked by bandits or said cannibals, and this hard cap population is going to put more emphasis on the cannibals, because if the cannibals keep eating people, then you're going to have less and less merchants, less and less patrols, and things like that will happen. Again, I like it. That way it gives Oh wow, I was not paying attention. Jin just got just effed in the A. Came from a different direction than I've ever seen them come from. Alright, next bulletin. Oh, pull that back up. Next bulletin. You can now pick locks and doors and cages. New thievery skill. No stealth in the system yet. Which is cool. It allows you to basically infiltrate other locations. And I'm getting rocked here. It's a good thing I can run fast. How's Jin doing? Jin's taking a pretty good dirt nap. How injured are these guys? Not injured enough to validate me turning around and trying to fight them. Ugh. Alright. Run for it. Alright, so the whole lockpicking aspect just allows you to get into more and more things, which allows you to potentially fight against cities and other establishments better. And I think this mechanic is needed for the cannibals in order for you to free them from said cages. What's the point of having someone locked in a cage if the cage doesn't lock? Because then your hero could just potentially unlock himself. So this gives the notion that potentially your hero can free themselves, or the person that is kidnapped could potentially free themselves and get themselves back to the camp, which is very awesome indeed on its own merit. Segef run back. Next bulletin. Beards. Apparently they're adding beards to the game, which, you know, if you paid attention to anything about Chris, he does like his beards. And he has a marvelous one himself from the picture that he has. Your characters have proper portrait icons on the UI. So it sounds like these actually going to implement whatever their facial recognition is into the photo, into this section down here, which is cool because now you can have a bit more something to differentiate them from just the run-of-the-mill person, you know, because they're all identical icons. More sound effects and tweaks. That's, you know, we're just moving forward from one of the previous patches. Great. New weapon type, cleaver. That's kind of interesting. Which, again, anything that there's more options, I love it. So, more weapon options. Here's another really cool thing. Weapon types now have different bleeding effect and damage multipliers. Which I really like, because then weapons are going to feel more weighty because of that they're going to have more effects. Some passing patrols will now heal wounded strangers, i.e. you. That is really cool because there's certain groups like the Paladins and stuff that they're in the Imperial Empire that they're supposed to be more friendly. So what's the point of making them friendly if they don't ever help you out? So other than beat up bandits, because I've had them beat up bandits and then just ditch you. Alright. Pause it right there. Let's get the next bulletin. It's kind of a bang-up job, me trying to read this and trying to defend myself here. World map colors, color codes, towns, and outposts, so you can now know which are hostile or whatnot, friendly, neutral, or hostile, which I like. That is a really cool factor. Alright. Hopefully we can put down some fools before I get put down. Actually, let's have faith. I'm gonna continue talking, and we're gonna let the combat sort itself out. Female characters are now in the game. Can't recruit female, and you will not be able to recruit females in the demo version. So only those that have actually purchased the game will be able to actually make or hire female characters. And then there's a slew of bug fixes. I'm not going to go into all of them because there's quite a few. And as well as there's going to be more that he's going to go into once the patch comes out in or so. He did state that he wants to have the patch said come out somewhere roughly a week from now. Hopefully before Christmas. Man, Jin is helping out. Since the whole patch, really the different armor types have really been playing a factor. Maybe I need to get Segef and some heavy armor. Ah, dang. I think I just foobarred myself. Let's hit fast forward. So yeah, guys, that's kind of the stuff that's been going on, and that's what I wanted to share with you in the patch ideas that Chris and Lofi of Lofi Games have been pushing out. I will put a Steam link or the link to the full patch content in the section below. But I'm going to continue with the plan that when this patch comes out, I'm going to recruit a female and start the game over. Because of the whole, some of the problems and bugs that I've encountered. And so the idea is to hopefully reset myself. If you guys have any comments or questions, please let me know. Even if it is just to tell me that I suck and I ramble on and have poor focus. But yeah, I will put my info down in the bottom. And yeah, guys, continue to survive in the wasteland and look forward to the next patch. If you haven't gotten Kenshi, if you haven't gotten it yet, pick it up after this patch because it's going to add quite a bit, hopefully more dynamic, as well as he continues to follow through with the promises and the goals that he has with the patch content. So yeah, I'm in totally love with this. Alright guys, have a good night. Bye.